Here we are again at Portway, thankfully, starting some rugby, and I've got Ian Edwards with me, who has got a number of different roles at the club, and today I think we'll talk a little bit about the Hornets and about his Colts team from last year transitioning into the first team. So Ian, it's good to be back.
It certainly is.
What are your thoughts for the season ahead?
I'm really excited. This weekend we've got our first proper match in a long time against Old Yards in the Cup, and what's nice to see is there's 5 of my Colts team from last year and the year before that are actually in the squad to start at the weekend, which is absolutely fantastic, and that just shows the way for everybody else that's played Colts rugby. There's a pathway both into the first team senior squad and into the Hornets. So as far as seasons go, it's really exciting to be moving forward. It's a lovely time to be here. It's a fantastic time to play rugby at that level. And I think it will be an eye-opener for all the lads that have played for me in the Colts to see what level they're at and to see if they can cut it at senior level.
This is a really interesting thing about the Bees. Those people who've sort of seen the story is that, you know, a few years ago when we were playing sort of higher flight rugby, we weren't seeing the same minis and juniors in the team, which was great because there was, you know, a Hornets team, there was an opportunity to play in different sides, but it was also a little bit of a niggle that we had a pathway that didn't quite work for our minis and juniors. So this is a real change for us, isn't it?
Absolutely.
How does that feel around the club? Does it feel it's changed the club?
If you've only got to look tonight at the training, and I think there's 20 plus out of them training, 11 of them have played Colts for me over the last couple of years, and if you had a look at the average age of the people out there tonight, nearly everyone's under 23. And that has to bode well for the club, that the people there's a couple going to uni, but the majority of people there are staying here, and long term that's fantastic for the club. If you look at the backs line up in the squad at the weekend, there is no one that's over 25, and that has to be good long term, and I've got an absolute belief that they will take us through the leagues, and we'll see how far we can go. But I'm really excited about it. I don't see why everybody playing in the first team shouldn't be as excited as I am about it.
Definitely. So that's the first team, and obviously we've got aspirations for the Hornets to play in the Merit League this year, to have enough players to be able to do that. Bringing in the Colts, some of them playing in the first team, some of them taking on that mantle of playing for the Bees at senior level in the Hornets. What sort of things do we need to do to make sure the Hornets are successful?
So the main thing for me about the Hornets being successful is making sure that if players aren't selected for the first team squad, that they make themselves available for the Hornets. It's really important that it isn't just a focus on the first team, that people who, if they're not selected or if they're coming back from injury, say, yeah, put their hands up, I'm available for the Hornets this week. And it's a communication thing where the coaches here need to know who's available, who isn't available. But I would hope that people make themselves available for the Hornets. What is great for the Colts is to play with the slightly maturer player who's got some rugby nous, and will show them what it's like to play adult rugby. And the Hornets and the standard and the level that they're at is an ideal place for people who have just finished Colts rugby to come and practice skills and find out what level they're at.
I think our experience from last year with the Merit League was a really good one, and it really worked for us, so I'm hoping that will continue to be the case. So just as a sort of final thought around where we're at and what we're doing at the club, if someone hasn't been here before or hasn't been for a while and wants to come down, what sort of experience do you think they'll get on a match day and a training day?
Oh, match day and training day. Training twice a week on a Tuesday and Thursday. For me, the atmosphere out there at the moment is absolutely fantastic. Everyone's excited about the way the club's going, the fact that everybody's really young, they all know each other, they all like playing together. Anyone that wanted to come up here would find the attitude and the atmosphere absolutely fantastic. And anybody that's been connected to the club that wants to come back should come back, even if they come and watch and have a look what it's like before they step back in. And I'm hoping that travels across to game days where people are positive about what we're doing, focused on the rugby itself, but actually enjoy it at the clubhouse afterwards and stay together, have a drink, enjoy being around your mates, but actually just get back to rugby and get back to what we want to do.
So just to reiterate, we've got 2 senior teams. We've got minis and juniors now with a pathway into those senior teams, which is being proven and shown. And hopefully we're an amateur club who are really, really enjoying just having rugby around again at Portway. So Ian, thanks very much.
That's my pleasure. Thank you very much.
Cheers.